Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh, hey ring light. So, I am a horrible packer. I fully admit it. But this trip I think was especially bad. When I got to the airport to leave for my trip, I was 50 pounds. I don't know why. So today's video is going to be about what I regret bringing, what I was okay with bringing. I'm going to mostly focus on makeup, but I'm going to show you the pile difference in my clothes of what I wore versus what I didn't. Keep in mind, I did buy clothes. Check out that video. And I did wear some of those. So this is the pile of clothes that I brought to Canada that I did not wear. Didn't even look at them. This is the pile that I did wear. So they're like basically even, which is kind of sad. Granted, I did buy stuff and I did not know it would be as cold as it was. I'm glad it was cold though. So there's a lot of tank tops and shorts, which I just couldn't wear. Bummer. But that just proves that I definitely overpack, and I think I did overpack. Well, I know I overpack on my makeup, like 100%. So I'm just gonna show you what I regret buying versus, or what I regret bringing versus what I was okay with. And yes, I'm wearing a robe. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I have is this mirror. I'm definitely glad I brought it because I like to do my makeup in weird places, like not in bathrooms. I don't know. So in my family's house, the lighting is the best in the living room, and I wanted to get ready around everyone just because it takes longer for me to get ready. So it was really nice to have this mirror. I just got it from Target, Conair. It's bomb.com. Another thing I brought was my extensions. I really didn't know if I was going to wear them that often, but I did wear them a couple times, so I am glad I brought them. I tried wearing, side note about my extensions, I tried wearing them without as many clips in, and it actually looked good as well. So I could do thicker or thinner hair with these. These are Foxy Locks extensions. I love them. Okay, so this is my bag of brushes. This is a cute case. It's from Barbie. So, oh, and an eyebrow pencil. So my brushes, I definitely say I did well on. I could still fit more in this bag, and I basically use every brush, which I'm happy about. And also, I do videos with my cousins, so sometimes I bring worse brushes that they can use, so they don't use my brushes. But this is my bag of brushes, so I'm okay with all the brushes that I brought. Of course, there's probably some I didn't use at all, but I always like to have extra brushes just in case. Okay. Clarisonic. So I have the makeup brush and then the face brush, and it was really nice to have this one. This is the portable one. It is the, I don't know, but all I did was switch out the heads when I needed what products. When I was doing my makeup, I'd put on the makeup brush, and when I need to clean my face, I'd put on the face cleaning brush, and it worked out really well. So I'm glad I had this baby. It was awesome. Okay, so brows, mascara wise, this is it. I always use Precisely My Brow in 3D brow tones, and then I just brought this Tarteist lash paint because it was a travel size, and I normally bring Too Faced Better Than Sex, but I wanted to try this one out, so I thought this trip would be a good place to do it. So this, I think I did pretty well on. For foundations, I brought, I think 4 foundations. One ended up in my drawer. I brought Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, Tarte Clay Stick, and Cover FX. I mostly use these two. I think I was just most comfortable with them, and I knew I would be doing stuff all day, and I didn't want to really worry about my foundation, and these two I knew I could trust. This one I really like. I just haven't used it as much, and I kept getting paler on the trip because I didn't have my spray tan stuff with me, so it stopped matching like halfway through. So that was the issue with this one, but I do really like this foundation, but these were my more go-tos. So I probably didn't need to bring this one. For concealers, I brought my Tarte and my Becca, which I always use together, and then I have my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. So these I thought was a good thing. I sometimes wanted more full coverage, sometimes wanted lighter coverage. So this I thought was a good thing to bring, and they don't take up a lot of space, so it didn't really bug me. Let's see, liquid highliners. I'm missing a primer. So for primer, I brought the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Radiance Drops, Smashbox Photo Finish, and Tarte Brighter Days and Benefit Professional, the super little one. So I probably wouldn't have brought this just because I already had like 2 glowing primers. I honestly probably wouldn't have brought the Benefit one either because this one gives me a glow and it covers my pores and it's hydrating. I think the other one, it just isn't as hydrating, and this I used almost every day, but it just took up a lot of space and I was more worried about it on the plane cracking and stuff, so I would maybe put it in like a travel size thing next time, but I really did enjoy, so I would only bring probably 2 primers next time. Liquid highlighters. So for liquid highlighters, you know I love my highlight. I only use the Sephora Radiant Luminizing Drops and sometimes the MAC Luster Drops. These ones are super dark and just a really gold color, so they kind of have to go for this specific look. So I would bring these again. I would not bring the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. I just never thought to reach for it because it's not really in my daily routine. And the Makeup Forever Aqua XL. This is like a eyeshadow shimmer, but it can be used as a highlight. I just never used it. It just felt like a lot of effort and I didn't want to really be worrying about my makeup on the trip. So that's why this baby didn't come. I don't know. I think I need to play with it more. We'll get to my palettes in a moment. So in this bag was all my lipsticks, eyeliner. I think that's it. So clearly I brought too many lipsticks. I knew that going in. Oh, I brought this. Don't know why I brought that either. But yeah, definitely brought too many lips going in. That's something I definitely need to work on, is narrowing down my lipsticks. It's just so hard. They're all so pretty. So yeah, the ones I definitely used the most was Anastasia Beverly Hills Stripped, Jeffree Star Mannequin, Anastasia True Love, or Pure Hollywood, Huda Beauty Venus, like all the ones I use all the time. So I don't know why I bring like colors like this. Even though I love this color, I don't think I'd use it on like an everyday basis. When you're on a trip, you're just not that creative. I did bring reds though, and I bought a lot of reds because it was Canada Day and they all had special names. So that was worth it. I brought 2. Darn. I brought 2 setting sprays, the Kat Von D Lock-It and the Coola SPF one. The Coola one I brought because I knew I was gonna go boating, so I thought that'd be fun to try the SPF, but it rained the whole time, so I never went boating, so I never used it. This one is a bomb though. I used it the whole trip. It kept my face locked literally all day. I love this one at home, and I definitely love this one at travel. It was interesting to see how it did with rain and humidity because we don't really have that in Arizona, and it worked really well, so I am super impressed with it. That is a winner. Back. I organize. Hello. All my stuff was on the floor, so I just thought it'd be easier to film on the floor. So what should I do first? Eyeshadows or highlighters? I'll save that for last. Highlighters for last. So I brought 3 kind of setting powders with me. Mini Laura Mercier, a It Bye Bye Pores, and a Bobbi Brown Soft Sand. This one I love because it just touches up anything, so I always have this in like my purse or something. So this I definitely bring again. I bring it everywhere. It's great for the plane because it has color to it, so if your foundation smudges, it just kind of cleans it up a little bit. It by My Pores I would definitely bring again. I use it a lot, and especially because it was super humid, it made me more oily than usual. So this was great. And the Laura Mercier travel one, I actually used it all, so that one clearly worked bomb. For eyeshadows, I thought I like narrowed it down, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, what? Oh no, this is not eyeshadows. I'm like, I did not narrow it down. So I will show you the ones that I used, what I would bring again, what I would not bring again. So I brought the I always say pastel. I brought the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette. I don't think I'd bring it again. I just never used it. Or I used it a couple times, but like nothing dramatic. I definitely stuck to neutrals because if I was changing outfits that day, it was just easier to match. So I don't think I would bring this again. Or I would bring the NYX Ultimate Bright just because it has a lot more colors and it's smaller. Yeah. Okay, so the Kai Shadow Bronze palette, I definitely used a lot and I would definitely bring it again. It was just nice. I don't think I brought any warmer or like orangey tone palettes, so this was great to have, and it's super small and portable. The Too Faced Natural Love palette I use so many times, but it's an interesting thing because it's so big, so it's harder to travel with, but I love it. I wonder if I could depot all these shadows. If you know if you could depot all these shadows, let me know, because then I definitely put it in a Z palette because it's just so big. It's just hard to travel with, but I love every single color in there. I brought a Z palette I made full of like pinks and oranges, and I definitely used this, so I would 100% bring it again. I definitely want to make more Z palettes just because they're so easy to look at and you can just see all the colors. I'm getting into them now. I'm getting into them. The Dose of Colors Baked Brown eyeshadows I used. I only did I think one full look with this, but I definitely like mixed with other looks, so it turned out really well. The ColourPop, I don't know if I made this or it came. I think this was in their like nudes collection. I just never reached for it. I think because I had other eyeshadows, so I don't think I would bring this again. Maybe I'd bring the eyeshadows if they were depotted into a Z palette, but it's just really big and bulky and it kind of just doesn't fit in my cosmetics case. The Kylie Cosmetic like mini peach thing, I never used it. I don't know why I brought it. I had other peaches in my palettes, so it's really cute, but I don't think I'd bring it. And the Maneater and Don't Let Your Daydream. These are like the best palettes ever. I use them all the time for like every look. I think it had some portion of one of these palettes in it. So these are definitely coming with me on every trip. And I want to buy more because they just are so good. For bronzers and blushes, I brought the Naked Skin Compact, Shapeshifter Compact, the Master Blush by Maybelline, and the NARS Laguna. I loved all of these. I wish they were a little smaller, but I use them almost every day. So it was definitely worth it to me to bring them. Okay, last but not least, highlighters. So first in my palettes, the Lime Crayon Highlight Palette. I love this palette. I only used it once, so I don't think it was really worth me bringing. I don't know. It's just really big and kind of bulky for me not really using it. It was sad. The Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I actually used this a bunch of times, so I am glad I brought it. It just has really pretty colors. And even if you're doing a natural makeup look, it has really good highlights for that. So that I will definitely be bringing again. Oh, I forgot I brought this. The Cocoa collection, I thought I would use it more because it had kind of everything in one. I think I only used the bronzer once, so I won't be bringing this again just because it's so big and bulky. It just doesn't need to come, you know? The Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, I use this all the time. This is like my child. So this definitely came almost every day. It was life to me. Also, another life-changing product was the Ofra Beverly Hills highlighter. I was actually gonna bring the Nikkie Tutorials one, but then I shattered it right before I started packing. But I brought this one instead, and I actually used it a lot. I like sometimes use the whole thing, sometimes mixed colors. I use the white one a lot, and it was so pretty. I want them just to make this color. Life. But yes, I use this a lot, and I'm obsessed with it. Yeah. The Natasha Denona Glow, I used it a couple times, and it was okay. It was like a subtle highlight, but I think I could have got that with the Tarte one, so I don't know if I would ever bring this again, just because it's traveling. I don't need the extra space. The Makeup Forever Profusions, I used a lot too. They just are my life. These are my Always Natural Look highlighters just because they're not as blinding. But I do love them. I wish, I don't know, they came in like a palette so they weren't like this, but they are definitely worth it to bring. The highlighters I was kind of disappointed, or I just didn't use, was the Alchemist palette, which I'm kind of surprised. I do use it more often than I think I do, but I just didn't use it this trip. I didn't reach for it. So I don't think I'll be bringing it again, just because, again, I like to stick to neutrals. And then the ColourPop mini, or like these eyeshadows or highlighters, I don't think I'll be bringing again because they take up a lot, not a lot of room, but they take up room, and I have them in other palettes. So I just don't think I need them on trips. So I think that was everything I brought. I know it was a lot, but I'm excited for my next trip. Maybe I'll be a much better packer. Probably not. We'll see. We'll hope. We'll pray. But if you guys like this video, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.